Hello, Jake. Are you excited for today's lesson on email writing?
Hi, Emma. I am. I think email writing is really important for communication.
Absolutely. Today, we will explore the difference between formal and informal registers in emails.
That sounds great. So, are we going to write some emails together?
Yes. We'll practice using phrases like, I am writing to, and, kind regards.
Cool. I've seen those phrases in emails, but I sometimes get confused about when to use them.
Don't worry, we'll clarify that. Let's start with some examples. Do you want to try writing a formal email?
Sure. How about I write an email to a company regarding a job application?
That's a great idea. How would you start the email?
I could say, Dear hiring manager, I am writing to apply for the position.
Perfect. That sounds very professional. What would you say next?
I could include my experience and skills, right? Like, as per my resume, I have 5 years of experience.
Great. Just remember to use as per correctly. It's often used to refer to previous messages or documents.
Got it. So, I should say, as per our last conversation, I believe I am a great fit.
Exactly. And how would you end the email?
I would say, kind regards, Jake.
Very nice. Now, can we try a more informal email to a friend? How about inviting them to dinner?
Sure. I'd start with, Hey, I am writing to ask if you'd like to come over for dinner.
Great start. What will you say next?
How about, I'll cook pasta, as per our last chat. Is that right?
You can say that, but it's more natural to say, like we talked about last time.
Oh, that sounds better. So, like we talked about last time, I'll cook pasta.
Perfect. And how would you sign off?
I could just say, see you soon, since it's informal.
Exactly. Now let's move on to some explanations about formal and informal writing.
Okay, I'd love to learn more about it.
In formal emails, we often use specific phrases. For example, I am writing to confirm our meeting.
That sounds professional. What about informal emails?
In informal emails, we can be more casual. For instance, just wanted to drop you a note to confirm.
Right, that feels much friendlier.
Yes, another formal example would be, regarding our recent discussion about the project.
And in informal writing, you might just say, about our chat on the project.
Exactly. Finally, remember that in formal emails, we often conclude with, kind regards, or, best wishes.
And in casual emails, I could finish with just, cheers, or, take care.
Exactly. Now let's discuss some specific vocabulary we used today.
Sure, what words are we focusing on?
The first word is, regarding. For example, I am writing regarding your application. Or, regarding the meeting. I will send details soon.
I see how it's used to introduce topics.
Exactly. Next, we have, I am writing to. You might say, I am writing to invite you to my party. Or, I am writing to request your feedback.
That's helpful. It clearly states the purpose.
Yes. The next phrase is, kind regards. For instance, thank you for your assistance. Kind regards, Emma.
Simple and polite.
Now, as per. You could say, as per your request, I have attached the document. Or, as per our agreement, the package will arrive tomorrow.
It's very formal, for sure.
Lastly, please find attached. For example, please find attached the report we discussed. Or, please find attached the pictures from the event.
Got it. This is very useful for professional communication.
Now let's review what we've learned today.
Okay, hit me with the questions.
First, what phrase can you use to introduce the topic in a formal email?
I think it's regarding.
Good. Next, how do you start a casual email to a friend?
I could say, hey, or hi.
Exactly. What would you write for thank you in a formal email?
Kind regards, right?
Yes. And how would you end an informal email?
I'd probably say, cheers, or later.
Perfect. Lastly, can you give me an example of using as per?
As per our discussion, I will send the details tomorrow.
Well done, Jake. You've got the hang of it.
Thanks, Emma. I really enjoyed this lesson.
I'm glad to hear that. Next time, we'll focus on writing CVs and cover letters.
That sounds like a useful topic. Looking forward to it.